Raise it a little bit. Alright. I can take the check out. Thank you, Dan. A3141 for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Greetings to you and welcome to Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition. I understand that you are eager to get started. A man of your profession would not be comfortable cooped in such a castle as this. I have not. I am familiar. I played Baldur's Gate 2 on the PC like a long time ago, and I never finished it. And when I saw it was coming out on the Switch, I was like, I have to get the collection to, go through the whole series. So, but yeah, Dan, all right, cool. Yeah, welcome to the channel, man. But before you leave, it is my duty to make sure you're prepared for what awaits you in the world of Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition. Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition uses 2nd edition AD&D rules. This might seem overwhelming at first, but it will familiarize you with the basic rules and interface of the game. We'll begin with the pause feature. Pause the game at any time by pressing the plus button. Unpausing occurs the same way. Pausing is most useful during combat, where it gives you the time to carefully orchestrate your party's next attack, while pause issue your commands. How about you, Dan? Have you played the game before? When you unpause, your characters will carry out the orders you have given. If you do not use the pause button, you may find the game very difficult to play. Why don't you experiment with pausing right now by pressing the pause button and giving your character some movement commands. When you've finished, highlight me and press A to resume our conversation. Alright. Oh, that's cool. What kind of characters do you typically play? Or just you try everything? Alright, so D-pad is how you zoom in and out. Dialogue, talk. Okay, but how do you... R button is the wheel.
You rang. Go on then.
You rang. Started playing Bard recently, having fun with that. Oh, that's cool. Do you typically make like your full party, or do you just make your main character and go from there? Okay, actions.
I'm on it.
Alright, so that's how you do that.
My next topic is on how to differentiate enemies from people you want to talk to. Enemies have red circles. People you want to talk to have blue circles.
Alright. Certain option settings can remove these circles during unpaused gameplay so that their presence does not distract from the mood of the game. The circles are always present when the game is paused, however. Interactions with NPCs default to talk for neutral targets and attack for hostile ones. Talk to neutral characters identified by blue circles by highlighting them and pressing A. To attack hostile NPCs, simply highlight them and press A. If you want to attack a neutral NPC, select a weapon icon from the hotbar, highlight the target, and press A. Let's test this now. Highlight my servant and press A to start a conversation. Servant Jospel, come here at once.
Hey there, wasn't that easy? What I'm going to do now is turn hostile.
My circle will turn red, and then you can highlight me and press A to attack. Alright then, let's go. Hit me if you can. Alright, so we'll do that and unpause.
Well done, that was a good hit. Belt will talk with you now.
Thank you, Jospel.
I now want to talk to you about the inventory page.
You can look at your inventory page by pressing CR and selecting inventory icon. Take a quick look at your inventory page. To get to it, simply or get out of it, simply press B. Alright.
Spit it out.
So ZR inventory. Okay.
Right,
Equip
what's this
items
then?
by placing them in the appropriate slots around your character on the
Just one
inventory
character is
page.
fun choosing different companions having different journeys. Yeah, I agree. I remember in Baldur's Gate 2 that I would never make the whole party because it didn't seem to make sense, really. Equip items by placing them in appropriate slots around your character on the inventory page. Once equipped, select the weapon by pressing X to open the hotbar and selecting the appropriate quick weapon slot. A green box will appear around the weapon that is in your character's hands, and an orange box indicates a combat mode. I'm going to give you a weapon now, and I want you to try to equip it. Alright.
Good job. It's time for us to go upstairs now. If you move your cursor over to the stairs, you'll notice that your cursor becomes a stair cursor.
When your cursor changes in tactics modes, it means that you're about to perform an action other than moving. If you press A while the stair icon is visible, your character will walk over the stairs and move up to the next level. Yeah, I've always liked the atmosphere. The other Baldur's Gates, Dark Alliance, I played both 1 and 2 a lot when I was younger. Those were really fun. Obviously not the same style of game, but I've always liked Dungeons and Dragons, and I played Neverwinter Nights.
Now to the next part of your lesson, the journal. I want you to check your journal.
To assist in recording important information, many details will automatically be entered in your journal. The journal can be accessed from the Action Radio menu. Entries are cataloged according to the story chapter in which you encountered them. They also are divided up into quest and main story entries. Main story entries will remain in your journal forever, and they are a reminder of all major events in your character's life so far. Quest entries are entered into your journal when a quest begins and removed when the quest ends. The entry then appears in the Done Quest section. If you check your journal right now, you will notice that an entry has been placed to remind you to finish combat training. When your training is done, the entry will disappear. I know. Like, I feel like this is a bit overboard. Question is... Oh, okay, you can edit the appearance. That's cool. Alright, let's go to the journal. A reminder from Belt. This is a reminder from Belt to finish your combat training. Thanks, Belt.
Right, what's
All
this
right,
then?
now your first combat lesson. My combat teacher, Brevin, is going to be coming right up the stairs. I want you to hit him, and then check your journal.
Okay. Oh.
Good job. I want you to check your journal and see how it has been updated.
Check both the quest and journal buttons, as they will contain different kinds of information. I was playing the Switch version of Pillars of Eternity, I think. That was a buggy mess. Holy shit, it was so bad. Alright, so it is finished. Whoa. Alright.
Now I want you to check your map screen.
It didn't say area map. To access it, press Y. This will show a view of the area you are currently in. You can also access the world map, which displays all the game's areas you currently know about. Open the world map by pressing ZR and selecting the world map icon. You may also annotate your map screen by moving your cursor to where you'd like to place a note and pressing X. A dialog will open and you can type a short message to yourself. I'll give you a few seconds to try all this out. Okay, so area map. Oh, that's cool. Alright. And then world map. And another page you might be interested in is the character sheet. This can be accessed from the action radio menu. The record has everything you need to know about your character. You will also find an export option and an information option on this page. Yeah, I played a few hours of Pillars on PC, and then I wanted to pick it up on the Switch just to play through it all. Actually, I played it on PS4, um, but yeah, it's just, I don't know, something about it I didn't really like. I do want to try the sequel though. I've heard it's much better. The export button will export your character for use in a new game. This is not a save game, but rather a way of transferring a favorite character from game to game. The information screen shows your character's history and combat statistics. Okay. Record. The last menu that you need to know about is the option menu. You can access it by pressing the minus button. The option screen will be able to save and load games as well as modify graphics, sound, and gameplay. Other characters can join you on your adventures. In fact, without companions, you'll find Baldur's Gate almost impossible to finish. I will now introduce you to Zahn, an elven mage. He will join your party and show you how to memorize and cast spells.
Hello. I am Zan, a mage from Everaska in the north. I am going to join your party and show you how to cast and memorize spells.
Thank you, Zahn. Zan.
My first lesson for you is on how to cast spells.
Select my cast spell icon, choose a spell, select a target, and press A. My cast spell icon is on the hotbar. You need to have me selected. To access spells, you can also configure quick spells by highlighting a quick spell slot and pressing X. This summons a list of memorized spells to choose. If no spells are listed, the character either does not have any spells memorized or cannot cast until higher levels. To cast the quick spell, select the appropriate quick spell slot from the hotbar, select your target and press A. If you want to try and cast a spell now, select any spell in my repertoire and cast it on belt.
Life is so hollow. Whatever.
Whatever.
Good job. I am now going to teach you how to memorize spells.
Any spellcaster must memorize spells using the rest button on the action radio. Select the mage book from the action radio. You choose the spells you want to memorize and close the spell book with B, press the R and rest icon. Once your rest is completed, you have memorized all your spells. I want you to try to memorize spells right now.
Our quest is vain.
Okay. Mage spells. And then rest. What other type of games do you play, Dan? Mainly RPGs or a variety of stuff?
We're all doomed. Good job. I'm now going to teach you how to learn spells. I have a flame arrow scroll in my inventory.
Highlight the scroll and press X to bring up the item history screen. At the bottom of the screen, you will find a button that it says Write Magic. Select this and your mage will now be able to cast Flame Arrow once I memorize it, that is. There's a chance of failure when trying to learn a new spell. Failure means that the scroll is used up and the mage does not learn the spell. I will not fail with this one, but in the real world, your intelligence stat will determine whether you succeed or not. Okay. Crap.
Good job. Now I'm going to teach you how to identify items. When you find a magical item, you won't automatically know what it does.
To find out, you must first highlight the item and press X. On the bottom of the item history screen, you will find a button labeled Identify. Select this. If whoever has the item in their inventory has an Identify spell memorized or has an Identify scroll, then the item will be identified. Bards and very intelligent characters can sometimes automatically identify an object when they pick it up. I have an unidentified shield in my inventory. I also have an Identify scroll, spell memorized. Jeez. I will give you a moment to try and identify the shield.
Life is so hollow.
Hello.
Our quest is vain.
Now that you know everything about using mage spells, I'm going to introduce you to a cleric.
Jeez.
Her name is Bronwyn, and she'll be
Play old
teaching
games
you how to
best.
use cleric abilities.
Yeah, I love the Elder
And
Scrolls
good of you.
series.
I am Branwyn,
I used to
and
play
I follow the
Morrowind
ways
all
of
the time.
Tempest, god of war. I'm going to join your party and teach you how to use cleric abilities. You cast cleric spells in the exact same way that you cast mage spells. I'll refresh your memory in case you've forgotten.
Okay, we've been through all that.
Hello? Good. Now I'll give you a short overview on how to memorize cleric spells.
Let me guess, it's the exact same way.
By Tempest Shield!
To the left. Do you stream it all day?
Goody job. Now, on to another ability. A very important skill to the cleric class is the turning of undead creatures.
Paladins also have the ability to turn undead. Activating this icon will cause many undead creatures to flee or even be destroyed. When in this mode, the character can move wherever they wish. Any other action, such as attacking or casting a spell, will deactivate the ability. I'm now going to teleport in a skeleton, try to destroy it using my turn undead ability.
What is your...
Yes, do you stream at all? No problem.
Good job on destroying the skeleton. Now I'm going to introduce you to a surprise visitor. It's your childhood friend, Imoen.
She and I will be waiting on the next floor, so hurry on up there.
You rang.
Alright. Wonder if there's anything in these rooms. Well, it seems like there's at least one.
Right, what's this then?
Locked. Everything's locked.
Hey, how are things going?
You must be itching to get started on your adventure. Anyway, I'm supposed to teach you about how to use thief skills, but only after I join your party.
So anyway, I'll start with the pickpocket ability.
To use this ability, you must select the thieving icon on the hotbar. This icon obviously won't be there if the thief is not selected first. The thieving icon is an eye mask, which thieves are occasionally known to wear. Once you've selected the thieving icon, highlight the person whose pocket you want to pick and press A. To give this a try, attempt to pickpocket a gem from Belt's pocket.
I'm on it.
Alright. So select actions. Thieving.
I'm gone. Very good. Now I'm going to teach you how to detect and disarm
I
traps.
know. Like, I didn't think it would be this long. To detect a trap, you must select the Find Traps icon on the hotbar. While it's active, any traps in the area that you detect will be highlighted in red. The Find Traps icon has 4 triangles on it. When in this mode, the character can move where they wish. Any other actions, such as attacking, will deactivate the ability. To disarm a trap, you must select the Thieving icon. You must then move the cursor over the red highlighted trap and press A. Watch out, if you fail in disarming the trap, the trap may be sprung. There is a harmless trap on the west side of this room. I want you to detect it and disarm it using my skills. Remember, select the Find Traps icon, 4 triangles. Okay. Actions. Wait, she's already detecting it.
This way.
Alright. So actions, thieving. What's
Good
up,
job.
Kurt? How are you?
You should also know that when you're in Detect Traps mode, you'll also be able to detect secret doors and illusions.
The next ability you need to learn is the ability to open locks. To pick a lock, you must select the thieving icon. Move to the container, press A. Once again, the thieving icon. Lock. Yep. There's a lock chest on the west side of this floor. Use my abilities to pick the lock, steal the gem.
This way.
Okay. There's the locked box. Pick the lock, get the gem. Done.
Good job. The next ability I'm going to teach you is one of the most important a thief can do. The ability to be stealthy.
You'll notice that there's a stealth icon on the hotbar. Simply select this icon and your character will attempt to hide in shadows. The stealth icon is represented by a face half covered in shadows. When in this mode, the character can move where they wish. Any other action, I want you to now try to put me in stealth mode. Oop. Okay. Maybe we have to stay in it longer.
Alright. Now that we've finished experimenting with stealth, let's go to the last thief ability, the Set Trap skill.
To set a trap, you must first access your special abilities. This is done by a special ability icon on the hotbar. This is a 4-cornered star. Should bring up all your special skills. One of those skills will be marked as set snares. Simply select the skill, move the cursor to the point where you want to set the trap, and press A. Try setting a few traps, but we'll start on the next part of your lesson in a few moments. Okay. Find traps. I bet this. Yep.
You've been doing very well. Now I'm going to introduce you to 2 more party members,
This is
Minsk and Jahira.
super long. They'll be teaching you a few more things, and then it'll be time for your last test.
Hello there. I hope you've understood your lessons so far. They'll be of utmost importance when you get into the real world.
Minx and I are going to join your party and tell you about your remaining skills.
Minsk and Boo. You forgot Boo.
Yes, Minx. I forgot Boo. Okay, then Minx, Boo, and I are going to join your party and tell you about your remaining skills. I know, I mean, it's pushing it. Boo has many pointers to how to adventure. He's a very wise hamster.
You will notice that there is a special abilities button on the bottom right of your screen. If you press this, the selected character's special skills will come up.
Different classes have different skills. Druids have the ability to shape change, rangers have the ability to charm animals, and paladins have the ability to lay on hands or cure disease. The bard also has an extra ability, but you do not have to press the special ability icon to use it. When you have your bard's character selected, a harp icon will appear on the hotbar. Selecting this icon activates the bard's song. They can inspire in combat by use of the bard's song. They're able to move when singing, but any other action will end the song. Why don't you take a few moments to experiment with our abilities? Okay, so
You've done a fine job so far, but there is still more to come. You'll notice that when you have a group of characters selected, there is a list of party formation buttons on the bottom of the screen.
Just select one of the formations, and whenever you walk your party around as a group, they'll walk in that formation. You can access even more formation types by highlighting one of the formation icons and pressing X. I'm going to give you a little time to experiment with the formation types, and we'll go on to your final test. So, select all.
Go on then.
And then what a triangle.
Sorted.
Perfect.
All right then. Enough lessons. Time for the test.
Finally.
I'm going to allow you entry to the basement now. This is where your final test is to take place.
Located in the basement is a valuable star sapphire. You are to retrieve this item from the treasury. The treasury is locked and warded against thieving skills, so you first have to find a key. To succeed, you're going to have to use all of your skills. When you go down the stairs, the game will autosave. This happens whenever you move from one major area to the next. You can therefore restart your game from the point where you made your last major area transition. Alright then. The door to the basement is open. Remember, if you die while you're in the basement, you can reload using your auto-save slot. Okay.
I'm on it.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Hello?
Okay.
We're all doomed.
Spit it out. Sorted.
So let's just unpause.
Get over here.
There could be traps down here. You should use my skills to find out if there are any. Remember that it takes a moment for the traps to become visible to me. I'm gone.
You rang.
Please.
I'm on it.
Alright. I wonder, there's gotta be an easier way to highlight party members.
Get over here.
Get over here. Alright. Blocked. Alright, so... Actions...
This way.
A fine sword. A fine shiny sword. Use it well, for it is surely enchanted. Who's got an eye for such things?
Let's see. Inventory. How do we transfer though? So put it on the ground.
Life is so hollow.
Sand.
What is the point?
This way.
Our quest is vain. If you want.
Okay. Sam. Longsword identified with your spell. Yeah, but how do you get... Oh, okay. So using the R buttons, you can switch to different characters. So we'll go ahead and give it to Minx. Well, actually he uses 2-hand swords. So does my dude. Why not? Alright, so we'll go back to Emmeline.
This way.
Go on then.
Select all. And unpause.
I'm on it.
The one thing I can say for sure is that the game controls actually pretty well. I was worried about like all the commands and stuff being on Joy-Cons, but that's actually not too bad.
This is a potion of extra healing.
To use a potion, simply highlight it in your image, press X and select drink. You can also place your potion in the quick item slot and use it from there.
A scroll of monster summoning. You should have me learn the spell.
I don't like this formation. I'm gonna go with the T formation. Okay, it's locked.
Spit it out.
Oh,
This is an unidentified suit of armor. You should give it to Zan so that he can identify it.
that would make sense. Then press it back like that. And then
This way.
rewarded against simple spells.
We're all doomed. Whatever.
Check and see. No, that's not what I want. Detect evil?
By Tempest Shield!
Not sure.
You rang. Right, what's this then?
Let me check down here a little bit.
I've done had enough of this.
So we could move it. Onto the heavens. Oh, it's a...
This is a wand. You should give it to Zan and have him use an identify spell to figure out what kind of wand it is. Wands can be placed in your quick item slot.
Thank you. I was trying to equip it. Oh, there it is. Doesn't seem to be any more traps, at least. I wonder if there's a, like a way to highlight objects. Already select previous member. Okay, so L and R select entire parties, okay. Examine. Alright, guess not.
I've done had enough of this.
We already got that. Yeah, I thought like Alt or something did it. Oh, I completely missed this room. I think. There's a key.
Go on then. I'm on it. Spit it out.
Life
What is your
is
command?
so hollow.
This way.
Guess there isn't. I thought there might be a trap on there. So is that the star? Not what I want. Yep.
Tis something most unnatural
You
here,
right.
and
I'm on
I
it.
want no part of it.
Alright, let's go back upstairs, and I think that's it.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Sorted.
Good job. Your training is now complete.
We return to the main menu. Good luck. I hope I don't have to make my character all over again. Not that it would be insane, but